YouTube? So we got the Chevy Cruze out here again, and we're dealing with a little bit of front end noise around the suspension, and I got a feeling that it's the sway bar links. I'll show you why in a minute, but let's go ahead and pull this car into the garage, and I'll let you have a listen at what noises we're trying to take care of today. So I'll pull this in the garage. Alright, so now that we're in the garage, we're going to go ahead and see if we can simulate this noise for you. So as I said, it's in the front left mostly. Anytime I hit a bump or a divot or anything that makes the suspension go up and down, it's kind of making that noise. So I should be able to just go ahead and pull up and down on the fender, and I should be able to simulate that noise and let you know, hey, this is what it is, and see if it's something that you're experiencing too. So it's also a good way to troubleshoot this. So let's see if we can do it. So there you go. As you see right there, the noise was there, and it was pretty loud. So let's go ahead and take the wheel off and see what we're working with here. So we now have the wheel off, and we can go ahead and take a look and see what's going on here. So right here, this black piece right there, that bar, that is the sway bar link. So it's connected up to the strut and down to the sway bar. And what that does is it helps stabilize your car when it's like turning or moving, changing lanes, stuff like that. So these sway bar links are made of plastic on these Cruzes and a lot of other GM vehicles around this year that are smaller. And that's just not good. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to start with the top one here, and we're going to put our Allen wrench, or actually it's a torque bit, and our 18 millimeter there, and we're going to start taking that top one off. And then we'll move down to the bottom. Bottom one's gonna be a little more difficult. I'll probably do the top one, showing you how to do that one, and the bottom one will probably do off camera. So I'm going to take those off, and let's see what we're looking at. So as I mentioned, this nut here is an 18 millimeter, so I'm just gonna put my ratchet wrench on here, make sure it's going the right direction. And then I have a torque bit. It's a torque 40. I'm just gonna put it on here. I'm just gonna spin the middle one. Hopefully it does not bust. Actually, I'm going to try to take and pop this loose first. Right, the nut does seem to want to come loose. I've had these off before in my low ring spring video, so if you've not watched that yet, I would say check that out. And there you go, that one's out. Then we'll move down to the bottom. And there we go. There's the other one out. And now we should just be able to pull this out. I'm going to leave a little bit of pressure on the bottom of this by jacking up the strut. I got the jack underneath the brake caliper here. I'm going to lift it up a little. There we go. Get it up a little bit higher there, and there we go. The sway bar link is out, and let's go ahead and compare it to the new replacement models here. All right, so like I said, this is the old one here, and the ones I bought were from Moog. I really like Moog's products. They usually work really, really well. This is particularly model number K750519. Got it from Advanced Auto Parts for about $25. I'm just going to bust into this and take a look and see what we're looking at. So one big characteristic difference is that this is made out of steel. Nice ball joints on it, or nice joints on it. And yeah, it's going to perform way better than these plastic ones that they're supposed to give a better ride comfort on these. These will be a little stiffer, but I bet you these will be a lot better for cornering and everything like that. So another thing I like is that these have a spot that you can actually get a wrench on from behind. So you can actually just use a standard socket on the front. So let's go ahead and start installing these. Okay, so let's go ahead and install this top part here. That will slide in just like that. Actually, I need to make sure it's in the right spot on the bottom first. That should slide in here, just like that. And then I'm going to jack up the strut again a little bit so I can line it up. there. There it is on the bottom. Gotta slide it in now. There we go. So now those are both in, and we can go ahead and thread the nuts on. So the top nut here. All right, that's nice and tight. We'll come back through and torque it down in a minute. And then we'll do the bottom. I torqued the bottom already. I'm just torquing the top now. There we go. So that's nice and tight. And so we got both of them all connected, top and bottom. From the factory, these come already greased, so we don't need to shoot any grease in them. And we can go and put our wheel back on and let the car down. So I'm going to do that, and we'll take a look, see if that solved our issue. All right, so the wheel is back on now, and we can go ahead and lift up and down to that fender again and see if that noise has gone away. No more noise. So I think this is a job well done. This wheel is back on. We got torqued down, and no more popping noise. So I'm going to call this a wrap. I'm going to do the other side off camera. That side wasn't making any noise, thank goodness, just this side. Go ahead and stay to the end screen here, and be sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and check out some other videos. I got a whole bunch on the Cruze, so I appreciate you watching. Thanks.